Alright guys, so welcome to another video. So today we will be doing the differential or the Diff Relocator relocation kit. This is from, as you can see, Alldogs Offroad. So it's pretty cool, very nice company. At least the kit looks nice. And I'll show you what you get in the kit. It's very simple. You get, of course, a sticker that I showed you. So you get your sticker right here. And then, of course, you get your parts that you will need. You get a hose right here. And then you get three zip ties, and then you will as well get this little part that will go where your old diff is, diff breather is. So we'll go ahead and check that out. So you get this, the sticker, and then as well you get the hose over here. So let me show you. Let me grab this so I can kind of show you. You will have to remove your tail light. There's two kits. This is a 7 foot hose. So this is because I wanted to be in my tail light and behind my tail light. And of course this is on the passenger side, guys, not on driver's side. As you can see, this is what it is. So it's a hose, looks nice and thick. Did not come with two clamps. It only came with one. So as you can see right here, I actually went to Harbor Freight and bought this clamp myself. But everything else comes in the kit. So you get your breather right here, which is supposed to be a lot better. So you don't get like air, or I mean, you don't get water in it or anything like that. So it's pretty cool. Hopefully you guys can see that since I have the camera. You will have to remove your tail light. Like, so it's very simple to do. It's literally, what is this, like, it's a 10mm bolt. So it's very, very simple to do. It's just two of them on the side. Let me show you where. There's one right here and then one down there. So pretty simple. And then like I said, the hose, all you have to do is run it through the bottom of this. So I put my tail light here because it dangles. I don't know if you can really see it there, but it goes down there. So now let me put this here so it doesn't get scratched up. And like I said, you can do this with like a socket wrench or anything like that. So it's very simple. So now what you have to do is go under and remove the old one. So we'll go ahead and remove that. Pretty simple. But another thing you want to do is now you want to get the zip ties and zip tie this to maybe the frame right here or the wires. You usually want to do it somewhere nice. So I'll go ahead and do that, guys. So you want to get your zip ties. And we're going to use these to zip tie it in place. I'll just use these to cut it. So let's go ahead and use that. So we'll go ahead and locate this. Let's say, just want to do it somewhere nice where it can breathe. Right here is pretty good. So let's go ahead and zip tie that together, and you don't want to tighten it just yet. So there you go. As you can see, that is on there. Like I said, I don't want to tighten it just yet. And we're gonna put this on there. So let this pop out a little bit more. Okay, it's a little hard to see. Oh shit! Be careful not to scratch your tail light. So I said, just zip tie it anywhere you want. I'm just gonna put it up here. Doesn't really matter. There you go. As you can see, it's there. It's not going anywhere. It's tied pretty good. So let's see. You can even give it a little bit more slack if you want. Yeah, right there's pretty good. So now just tighten it. Now that it's tight, you can cut this since it's a little too long. And there you go. Should probably get better cutters. There we go. So now that that's that, go ahead and put your tail light back on here. Like I said, just be careful not to scratch it or anything like that. And there you go. there you go. You should hear it clip or click on there. So as you can see, it clicked on there. Very nice. So now what you want to do is just connect your bolts back. Very simple. So now we'll just tighten these bad boys up. Like I said, it's a 10 millimeter. Tie that back up there. Turn this one up as well. That way your tail light is nice and flush in here. And there we go, as it tightens. Make sure you're tightening it good, that way it doesn't get any leaks or anything like that. You don't want to get humidity or anything like that, so just make sure you're tightening it good. Yep, that part's not going anywhere, so let's just do the bottom now. And you can use power tools, but I like to just do everything by hand. And there you go. So your tail light is on there. Seals look perfect. Doesn't look like water will get in there at all. So nice and flush. You can't even tell I removed it. So then you just want to wipe it down. Move your grimy hands. So now, like I said, it's the fun part. We have to go under the vehicle. So we'll go ahead and do that. So let's take this light and we'll see what we'll need. So I believe we're gonna need some sockets for this, and hopefully we have to get that hose and clamp it up there. So we'll go ahead and see what we do, and I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, so I'm under the car, as you can see. This is the Nissan 2019 Pro 4X, so should have enough clearance where you can just go under it without having to lift the truck at all. This is on stock suspension, so as you can see, let me see if I can get that. See that little bolt right there? That's the one you're gonna have to take off right there. So I'm using a 12 millimeter socket to take it out. You can also just use like a wrench or something like that. I think I'm actually going to use the wrench instead. So let's go ahead and take that off, and then we'll install the other one on there. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll get back to recording. It's pretty simple, just take it off. Alright guys, so I'm in here again. Sorry. So I said it was what I said, it was what the heck is that? I said it was like a 12 millimeter to take off the old one. It's actually a 14 millimeter to take it off. So I'm taking off the old one. The new one that you put on there is a 12. It'll fit a 12. So just making that correction. Alright guys, so now that we have it installed, there it is. It's actually, the best fitment for this is an 11 millimeter. I said 12. It worked for a little bit, but then when it got tight, I had to go down a size and get an 11 millimeter wrench, and it actually fit perfectly. So there it is. So now all we have to do is fit this hose right here on top of it, and then we're gonna have to basically use zip ties to basically be able to attach this. Don't attach it to like the muffler or anything like that. You're gonna have to attach it to maybe the frame or something where this won't be just hanging loose, and you have to give it enough slack as well. That way, when your tire articulates or anything like that, if you're going off road, you have to give it enough slack. So just remember to do that. So all we have to do is just tie this on here, pop it in here, as you can see right here, and then we will use one of the hose clamps to clamp it down, and then we'll just zip tie it and make it look nice. Remember, give it some slack, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so check this out. So there it is. As you can see, I put the little clamp on there, little hose clamp, so it's pretty cool. Oh man, it has a little I didn't turn that off so it stops blinking. So now all you have to do, see all that slack, just give it some slack, and you'll have to zip tie it onto the frame of the body of the truck. That way, like I said, it has enough slack when it does give some articulation, it doesn't pull this off. And once that's done, you have successfully done it. And yeah, so let's go ahead and tighten this up and see how well it looks. Alright guys, so I'm down here now. As you can see, this is the hose. Let me get some light over here so you guys can see. Okay, so as you can see, the hose comes out from the tail light right here, and it goes right here to this little part. And then as you can see, I have it zip tied. Do not, like I said, don't put it on the exhaust, because that's gonna, of course, probably with the heat, either mess up the hose or something. And there, as you can see, I tied it up to this part of the frame. This is, I believe, your brake line. I'm not too sure. But I put it kind of next to it. I could have probably put it under it, but I already tied everything up, and it'd be just too much work to redo it. So I just kind of give some slack. This is the slack I was talking about. As you can see how much slack I gave it. As you can see, this line has some slack too, because it's connected to the frame. So that slack should be enough. And then as you can see, here it is, all nice and shiny. So that is basically it, guys. Sorry if I sound tired. It's just crawling around this truck, getting different parts that I need, like different zip ties. So just connect it to the frame and you should be fine. So thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this. It's by Alldogs Off-Road. Check them out. We'll have a description below so you guys can check it out. So thank you. Alright guys, the last thing you guys want to do is jack up your truck a little bit. As you can see, I jacked it up where the tire's almost off the ground. That way you can see the articulation, but it seems like it's pretty good. Still plenty of slack left on the line, so that's pretty good. That's what you want to see. So that's pretty good, guys.